We talked about Mr. International today on the program, and of course, Nigerians have been celebrating that. So I'm trying to put myself together so I look right. So
you look like you're
because
we
want to talk to a fashion designer and all of that. Okay, don't mind us, just part of it. We're celebrating women in business, entrepreneurs who are doing big things. And this lady, she is the co-founder of Runway Dubai and also a fashion designer. You can see her right on your screen. Modupe Omonze joins us from Dubai. Thank you so much for coming on the program, madam.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's how we say it in Nigeria, madam. We don't say madam. I'm just joking. How are you doing? Okay, let's get straight to it. I'm sure you have your impression on Mr. International, won by Nigeria and an African for the very first time. Let's begin from there because that is your space as far as pageantry, fashion, and all of that is concerned.
Yes. I'm just so impressed with his confidence. I was just watching the speech that he gave, and I was really, really impressed. And I know that we have more talent hiding there in Nigeria that is yet to be exposed. So I'm really excited about it.
Talk to us about taking things like fashion that are seen as quite liberal in context to a very conservative society like the UAE, although we know they've opened up to a lot of things. How challenging is that and how successful have you been?
In terms of challenges, I would say we have evolved with trying to convince people with sustainability at the forefront. So sustainability has kind of covered all aspects of fashion and not ignoring modesty, not ignoring traditions and culture. We're just incorporating both and trying to make sure that we respect culture at the same time. So, yeah, we've had challenges. It's not easy. The first time I came here, I'd never seen an abaya before. And an abaya is the cultural wear of the women here in the UAE. Right now, I wear it all the time. I love it and I celebrate it. And I was the first to actually fuse the culture of an abaya with our African prints. So it's really exciting. We have more far to go, but we're excited about what's going on right now.
That's beautiful to hear, the fact that you've evolved. That's the point of this, exactly. Oh. And I see something very interesting with your social media footprint. Your handle is called Blessed with Black, right? And when Jeffrey was talking about, or you actually talked about, there's a lot of talent hidden in Nigeria. You have decided to take that talent out there, and you're preaching that message, Blessed with Black. So perhaps you can walk us through why you first own that and what that has done to your career and the work you're doing with Runway Dubai.
Okay, so the first time I opened my social media and I said Blessed with Black, I wasn't talking about my skin color. I was trying to encourage people about what Black means in fashion. Black means a lot of things that will inspire you, actually. And I was really inspired by the abaya. It's Black, yes, what the cultural wear here. But fashion has evolved, and you can see it in different colors now. But the actual reason why they wear Black, is really inspiring. So I want people to do their homework and know, the roots of culture. So that's why I said I'm blessed with Black.
So basically, there's been that misconception. Black means something, and white means another thing. And that's why I wanted to spotlight that. In fact, most colors are derived from black. Without black, there won't be that color in that sense. But now let's talk about the work that you're doing. You've talked about the styles, using abaya and merging with African prints and the rest. But Jeffrey asked a very important question earlier on. How well is this being received in what some will describe as a conservative environment? So in terms of you innovating, you adapting, what specifically have you been able to do? So do you have to do cold calls, elevator pitches? Do you knock on doors? Do you seek funding? I imagine it's very challenging. So speak to us about specifics. So maybe someone who's thinking about taking Nigerian fashion to, let's say, Iceland, for example, will learn from you.
Okay, so this is the way I approach this. I use my platform to encourage fashion students. We have competitions, so I come up with ideas every year. So one year we had the year of Zayed, and I gave them an African print. All the students, I said, this is just 1 yard of an African print. We want the cultural abaya in different ways. You know, respect culture, but come up with red carpet abaya styles. And I tell you, it was really inspiring. So these are the ways in which I try to, even the parents, I try to convince them, you know, where we're going with, especially we preach sustainability. So I tell them this yard, I know it's just 1 yard and it's challenging. The colors, the African print colors, you know, but they came up with amazing stuff. So this is how I inspire them.
So you've mentioned it in passing, but for you as a person, walk us through the complexities of reimagination, because that's what fashion really is. Nothing really new. We're just trying to reimagine what is existing. Talk to us about that.
So I'll tell you a background story. When I was young, very young, my auntie used to tell me I'm wasteful. And it used to make me feel bad, but I would actually have a dress and deconstruct and reconstruct the dress. That was just me. I never accepted something just as it was, you know. And growing up, my dad made us study fashion design, and I found myself in the world of sustainability, and that's why I brought back this passion, this love for reconstructing things, for not throwing away things, for making old things new. So every year, I always have a new idea and I take it to the schools and I tell them, listen, this is an idea. I want you to bring it to life on Runway Dubai in November. So, yeah.
So you teach, you also showcase. Yeah. It's very interesting how you play across the value chain, right? But again, I want you to speak to how to discover yourself. Right, because some people say, I want to go into fashion. And you're like, is it really for you? Maybe play in the marketing space or play in another part of the value chain. So how do you really discover yourself? And what are the opportunities in that value chain? I know you've mentioned teaching. There's also the opportunity in Runway. But what are the different opportunities? So people begin to see that, oh, I don't really have to be a tailor in that sense because it's fad. I can do other things in the value chain and still make good money and succeed.
Absolutely. So when I mentor students, I actually study them. There's some students that think they're passionate about fashion, but they're passionate about something else. But I will tell you, creativity is for everyone. Don't exclude yourself. So I try to make sure they find themselves through different things. We have singing, fashion journalism, there's sustainability, and then there's different things that students can plug themselves into. So having said that, we always try to help students. There's a student that came to meet me one time and she showed me her collection. But you know, I noticed something about her glasses, her shades, and I said, why don't you do like a capsule collection on shades? And she was a bit upset, you know, with me. And guess what? She's a famous shades designer as we speak. So it's you just have to find your passion, and your passion doesn't really lie on any other person's passion. You might think, oh, because my friend loves this, oh, I must love this, or my sister loves this, that means I automatically. No, you have to sit down and really work yourself through what you want to do for life.
So how would you assess the performance of Nigerians who are in fashion business and are resident in Dubai? Dubai is an interesting place as far as Nigeria is concerned. It's one of the best choice in terms of destination when it comes to holidays and leisure and business and all of that.
It's a tough love relationship.
It's a tough love situation with all the back and forth we'd have in terms of diplomacy and all of that. So how would you say Nigerians are doing who are in that space, who are playing in the space you're playing in?
Nigerians are doing really well, I must say. People love culture. I started something with a platform for Nigerian designers here called Time for Africa. I mean, African designers, but, you know, highlighting my culture and my country. And it was super successful. There was thirst for culture, especially African culture. People came in numbers. I could not believe it. So it's different. People want to know more about our culture. And it's even with the music. And so it's inspiring. And I see growth in Nigerian designers, especially. We're really passionate. I see growth for them.
Well, there's a challenge we have to talk about, and I will not let this conversation slide without mentioning it. So you see, there's a list of entrepreneurs that disappoint you the most. And tailors usually top, or fashion designers usually top that list. You have to pray, sometimes you have to fast, so that your fashion designer will pick your call first. So you can at least ask, when is my outfit going to be ready? And sometimes you get the outfit and you wear it and you're like, this is not what I ordered. You clearly measured me, but what I'm wearing is different. Come on. So it's usually a lot of heartbreak. Sometimes you are hard. You know, you give a material and then what you're getting is someone else's material. And you're like, come on. And I'm going for an event today. So maybe walk us through what goes on in the space, in the creative space and the minds of fashion designers, that you sometimes get these issues. Because as I said, tailors, fashion designers are top on that list of entrepreneurs that give us heartbreak from time to time. Hey, and this is not taken away from the brilliance and creativity.
A fashion designer is not necessarily a tailor, you know, so in school, we teach them fashion and design. We don't teach them tailoring. Maybe if it's a short course, yes, we have machines. We teach them tailoring. We teach them how to be organized as tailors. You know, most tailors are not organized. Tailors are so passionate and so talented, but they're not organized, a lot of them. So that is missing in some curriculums, especially when it comes to those short tailoring courses. And some people just go ahead and do YouTube videos and say, okay, I'm a tailor. No, that doesn't qualify you at all. And that's where the gap is. You end up having people that have never studied how to actually tailor tailoring. And that's where you get the heartbreaks. That's where you get the disappointments. So, yeah, that's why I want to clear that.
Christmas is coming now, and I see a lot of heartbreaks on the way. Jeffrey.
Absolutely, Moz. Thank you so much for the incredible work you're doing, exporting Nigeria down to Dubai and that region. Modupe Omonze, fashion designer, co-founder, Runway, Dubai. Thank you for coming on the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And maybe one of these days we'll join on the runway. Jeffrey, it'd be good to see you on the runway.
It will not be bad. I would like to do it. No, for real. We could do it.
So the morning brief edition.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. We'll take a quick break while we're thinking about our runway career and come back to tell you how you can design your homes and all of your offices, you know, within the budgets, as far as Christmas is concerned. The person who will guide us through all of that is right here at the program. Join us again.